Yeah, are they like? Are all bananas made in a lab? Like they're just genetically engineered freaks?
They're government technology.
A rhizome is underneath the tree of the banana, according to this diagram.
What the fuck?
What is
it
a
spawns
rhizome?
from the tree.
But what is a rhizome?
It looks like it's just like a melon that's kind of like sitting underneath the tree that like the roots grow out of.
Oh, the tree pearl.
Let me see. So
Yeah, according to this thing, the rhizome's like just chilling at the bottom of the tree.
it's just
like a little melon.
yeah.
Interesting.
So melons grow bananas.
Yeah, that's what we've learned from this.
Welcome to the Null
Thought Podcast.
Podcast.
Produced by Zane.
Yeah, well, by all of us. We all do a little bit of editing in FL Studio.
I'd say it's Zane.
So we're coming to the end of the year. Do you guys have any?
My God.
Actually, today is New Year's Eve. This episode probably isn't going to come out until like end of January.
Oh,
Happy
good.
Christmas.
Yay.
Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions coming up for the following year?
I want to finish that Pokemon game.
That's a new one.
Yeah, that is a new one. This is my.
He just started playing today.
Yeah, literally today, right before the podcast. I was chilling in the living room. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play fucking Pokemon
because you want to play it.
I'm like so bored of computer games.
Damn. A console game.
No, I mean like seriously, because but every time I sit down in that fucking chair and like sit down in like my computer, it's like I sit down and I play games. And so like I want to just be addicted to like Pokemon or something. So that way when I go on my computer, I can like disconnect myself from like these shitty games that I'm playing and like am addicted to.
You're microdosing doing other things.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it is fun.
Do you think you're addicted to games?
Yeah, really, because I view the first step of anything else that I can do in my life as too hard than just playing a game when I have full access to every single other thing while sitting down at that computer.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, it's also like, I don't know if it's like an addiction thing, because I think there's also like a, what's it called? It's like a resistance thing too. You know, it's very easy to just go default mode, put on a video game, turn off your brain for like 2-3 hours or whatever, and just like blast away or whatever. But it's like, I don't know if it's necessarily an addiction in that sense, but you know, I'm not you.
I kind of view it as an addiction because like literally I can do the same thing. I came downstairs this morning and I played, I guess I can't call it this morning. It was like 5 o'clock right when I woke up, 5 p.m.
Morning for you.
Morning for me. But I just came downstairs into the basement and I was just fucking around on bass. Like shout out Dave for getting me into fucking playing bass, and I genuinely am excited to learn more.
Let's go, Dave.
The first step for playing bass was infinitely easier than I had anticipated it to be.
Bass is a good instrument to learn first because it's relatively easy to get a hold of, but like it has such a high skill gap that you do kind of want to master it. It's a fun instrument, and it's relatively easy to play. So it's really good to start off and learn music theory with it.
Yeah, I agree. I am not learning music theory whatsoever. I just want to...
You're learning it implicitly. Even if you're translating it to a guitar form, like it's still music theory.
Okay.
Because a lot of the concepts just get more fundamental when you actually look at the theory of things. But when you're playing the guitar, you're doing all of these...
It's the application of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So like playing an instrument in general, you're learning music theory no matter what.
Yeah, I just wanted to coordinate my hands, and that's my only goal right now.
It's fun when you start feeling your fingers start getting calluses and your pinky and ring fingers. I don't know how strong yours are, but like mine were super weak. You start feeling the muscles forming.
I'm about to start getting manicures on the regular.
What?
I'm just saying, take care of your hands.
He's got to have bass hands, dude. No, bass hands are like the grimiest shit ever.
Yeah. They're also like long and spindly.
No, George, Jake, and I went to a band over at Jake's college, and the bass player for one of the openers, he was doing like the
claw.
No, he was playing claw. He was playing southpaw. He was using all three of his fingers: his ring finger, his middle finger, and his pointer finger, and he was like plucking the. He was doing triplets on like the lowest note. It was a metal band. So when you have like the rolls of the, it was like when they do those sections of just all kick.
That's so fucking good though.
He was doing it on each note, and his fingers were fucking massive. They were like school buses. Yeah, it was like he had like 5 thumbs, and he was going. I'm like, Jesus, fuck! I got scared.
That would be insane.
There was a splash zone from his fingers.
From the sweat and blood.
He was wearing like just thick ass jeans and like a full shirt. And I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, obviously I'm not enough of a bass player.
Zane, I'm curious, would you say that if you were learning how to play an instrument, say you're learning like a string instrument, should you just learn how to use all your fingers at once? Like, do you think that the pain in the ass of getting to know how to use all of them at once at the same time is worth it?
It really doesn't matter when you learn it, but you should learn it because if you want to get anywhere past like an intermediate level, you'd probably want to have full dexterity of all your fingers if you want to play anything crazy. Okay. I wouldn't push yourself to do it now because as long as you have good dexterity with at least 2 fingers, you're fine for a good amount of time in your learning journey.
Yeah, adding more fingers is like adding more strings to your guitar.
Yeah, who would do that? Dude, regular guitars feel small to me now.
Really?
Like I was playing Sean's and I was like, what the fuck?
My hand fits on this. What the fuck?
I don't have to fucking bend my entire wrist to reach the lowest note. People use their thumbs. They wrap around the other side. Like on the lower side.
I was asking Dave if I could use my thumb while playing. He said it's not official, but
it's not an official rule. But no one's gonna yell at you. Just say that it's arts and expression, and they'll get it.
So, do you have any bass-related New Year's resolutions?
Nah.
No.
No. I do want to learn the from the Bully soundtrack, the walking theme, or it's like do 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 do.
Oh yeah, do 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 do.
Yeah, that one.
Dude, such a banger.
And that song is just bass.
Yeah,
like it's perfect.
So fucking.
And there's like ding.
Yeah,
there's like little bells sometimes.
We can play that live.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Not that live.
I haven't learned it.
Bully soundtrack walking.
Well, in the middle of a podcast, we're like, all right, guys, let's finish our set real quick.
Boom, 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 boom.
Sorry,
we can play ourselves out at some point.
That would be cool. That'd be fun.
Nuts.
Now you need to learn an instrument.
I know a little bit of piano.
You know,
that's right. I just need keys. That's the thing.
Yeah, you can make it work.
You need more keys, do you think?
No. Yeah, well, like it's just like with Zane's MIDI keyboard, it's really tiny, so like sometimes it's kind of hard.
Did you see
I know.
What's on the other side here?
I saw Dave's fucking synth over there.
Yeah,
and his synth is really nice. It's really good.
Dude, synths are really cool too. I gotta add that into my like 30-year timeline.
I mean, you can fuck around with synths just on the computer. Really, you don't need a big fucking beefy thing to do it.
They map to your keyboard. A lot of DAWs and software.
All of them do.
Maybe my 25s are looking kind of hot though.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I have a couple. I actually wrote some of them down. I want to learn how to cook first and foremost.
Nice.
Because
That's a good one.
I only know how to cook like simple stuff or just like stuff to keep me alive. It'll be like meat and rice or like stir fry vegetables with like chicken
the
chunks.
most basic shit. Yeah. Toss in a sauce, make a meat.
So that's something I really want to do just so I can not only survive, but like, I think it'd be nice to like cook for people.
No, it's good for yourself. Yeah.
Because when people cook for me now, like as an adult, and I'm like, oh, thank God. A meal. Moving out sucks.
Yeah.
Mom, I need
Mommy, make me dinner, mommy.
Moving out on your own is kind of like learning how to go camping.
Yeah. I would say a lot less stressful, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Like I don't have a threat of like a bear walking in my house.
Only burglaries and my neighbor's dog.
If there was a bear that walked into your house, what do you think the percentage is that you'd be able to kill it? You're in your territory.
My territory. I'm going to say it. Our house is ill-equipped.
You're not prepared for the bear invasion.
We are not prepared for bears.
Hey, Sean, did you arm the bear trap? Like, oh, fuck. And you hear him like running down the stairs. We need more weapons in this house. Like secret weapons.
Yeah, no, I agree. I have like
Like you reach under the D&D table, there's like a battle axe.
There's a mace.
Dude, I want to get some medieval weaponry. That's something I want to get. That's not my New Year's resolution. It's something I need in my life.
If I come home and there's like a full suit of armor in the living room,
that would be nuts.
God.
I'm using it as a flower pot.
You can use the helmet as a flower pot and the cod piece.
That's fine.
And the cod piece.
Another one of my New Year's resolutions is actually posting a song or like any music.
Yeah, publicly.
Because I've made so many songs now, and I'm like, nah, I don't really think it's good enough, and then I just won't post it. But Alex brought up a good point to me with that. It was like, it kind of doesn't matter because like even if you want to do something more serious, I could just like do another account or make another artistry.
True. Or you could just keep the same artistry and just do it anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a lot of artists have like big like reinventions of themselves where they change dramatically and people fucking love it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, you're not even at a level where it necessarily matters. You know what I mean? Like you still have time to like develop your sound and develop like who you are as an artist before like people start like glaring at you with like, you know, like we expect this of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely not in that light yet. But I'm mentally, cool. I'm already worried.
No,
about
I see.
It, so.
I see.
I would argue to say that keeping it all in one account, I think it's really cool to see then the journey that you yourself have taken through music. Yeah. And anyone who gets into your stuff either now or later down the line, they can see your path. They can see what you experienced through the sounds that you have found to develop further your taste in music. And I think that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, I guess it would be more of a holistic experience, but there's also a lot of artists now who have had those reinventions, and you could go back and see their earlier music. And honestly, like, it's humbling as like an aspiring artist. I wouldn't say I'm actually like trying to get famous or anything. I just like doing it for fun. But as someone who's like trying to get into the field, it's interesting seeing how many people like do that reinvention and going back to their original artist name or whatever they were in. Like maybe it was a first band or something, and like hearing the music that they started out putting out. And it's like, damn, even if they were holding back on a lot of songs that they weren't releasing, something like me, you can still see like even the first songs that they post still are like completely different from the songs that they're releasing now.
And you can see, sometimes you could see like ideas that people had that like they just didn't really have the vocabulary or whatever to like fully express it. And then they go back and they like make that idea like something real, you know, and like something they just build on that like a lot more. And I think that's really cool.
I think what I want to do, if I get to the point where I'm like maybe like halfway through a career or something, I want to go back to my first pieces of music and sample that. That'd so that cool, not only I'm not just like doing a rendition or like remake of whatever I did earlier, but better, but I'm actually using the old piece of music
and making something new.
Yeah. Recontextualizing it rather than interpolating it.
And that would be cool. You know, and I think that's like definitely valuable. And I agree. You should post your music.
Hey, yo, New Year's is kind of hype. Not gonna lie.
I think it's interesting as a holiday because it's like one of the only ones that's celebrated throughout the world. I know some calendars don't exactly line up, but for the most part, it's like everyone celebrates on New Year's Day.
And I think it's also viewed like as like a period of like, you know, renewal. You know what I mean? Like everyone sees the new year as like, this is like an opportunity. Like, okay, I should change something up or do this or do that.
It's kind of weird that it is like the only holiday that is specifically focused on like, this is a day to set aside goals for self-improvement.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I think it might be my favorite holiday.
I kind of agree.
Not only do you get off work for it, true, but it's a holiday that doesn't celebrate like something useless.
Yeah.
You know?
Or just, like fucking buying gifts and shit or like.
I mean, the thing is like people who really dislike holidays, I get it, but it's also like, if you don't have a reason for liking it, why do you have a reason for hating it? You know,
I feel like people who have a big disdain for holidays generally
They're
have
talking
them.
About me, by the way.
I don't know if this applies to you, but generally in my experience, people who have bad opinions about certain holidays or whatever, it's from like a personal experience that they've had with the holiday. Like either the family didn't really care about it, so it wasn't really celebrated, so whatever, you know what I mean? Or like, you know, maybe every Christmas dad came home drunk or some, you know, something more traumatic or some shit. But like, it's just like, that's like at least my experience with people. Yeah. Not necessarily you. I don't know.
For me, my dislike of the holidays, I kind of have viewed every holiday.
Wait, specific holidays or all holidays?
Just like general holidays. It's just like I kind of view all holidays as like my New Year's, as just like a day for me to like just kind of reflect on myself and kind of just like be alone. I don't know. And I don't know, I'm just not really big into like the whole festive atmosphere of, everyone wants to like, let's get together, let's talk, let's do things. And it's just, I do not wish to.
That's fair. I think, I don't know. I definitely understand the party. Like, it feels like there's too many parties going on. Like, I went to a Christmas Eve party last weekend, and then like, Christmas shit, and then there's New Year's. Like, it feels like a lot's going on, and I don't like that aspect.
Yeah, it feels like a day where I have to uphold obligation to others, when I feel like I can just do that every single day and take today like for myself,
Yeah, but like the thing is that the holidays sort of present an opportunity to like get together with people that you might not necessarily get together with often.
Fair.
And it is like annoying sometimes, like being with certain family members or certain whoever, but like it's also just, I think it's a cool chance to just like, get out of the gray,
because these months are really dreary.
Yeah.
Like,
and
especially where we are, like it's bad in the winter,
and it's easy to isolate and be like, nah, fuck all that shit, you know what I mean? But I think it's, it's good to do some stuff.
Like, I see a lot of my extended family over these holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas. Not so much New Year's, but like we'll have a dinner. I'll go over to my cousin's house, and like for the most part, that's probably one of 3 times that I'll see them over the year. Exactly. Like it'll be Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then like a grad party for one of my younger cousins,
or a funeral.
Yeah, or a funeral.
Yeah, funerals do get people together.
Yeah. If I had to do that maybe like every weekend or multiple weekends
it'd
in
be
a row,
annoying as fuck.
Like,
give me the fuck out
of here. Seeing them every once in a while is nice because they're still my family and I still like them.
And it's like it's always cool to like talk to someone that's either you've known your whole life or they've known you or your mom or whatever, and they have stories to tell or whatever. It can kind of be eye-opening sometimes, especially when you talk to old people.
Especially when you talk to
those
boomers.
Old fucks, not like, boomers. I'm talking silent generation.
Oh my God. That's old as hell.
I want some coal miner stories.
Do you guys have any military members in your family?
Yeah. I have a few. Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Like anytime, like you could be having regular conversation. All of a sudden they'll be like, yeah, that reminds me of when, we were down at the golf and, fucking.
I got stabbed.
Yeah. It's like
shot at 4 times.
And you're like, okay, grandpa, that's cool.
Well, cause they're desensitized to it. And it's like, it's definitely something that most people don't go through. So they're like, yeah, this is something cool I could tell people. But when you get
I'm kind of into it though. I'm not going to lie.
I kind of like
I don't know if they think it's necessarily cool or if they've just become like so desensitized, like you said, that it's just like a normal thing. It's like, yeah, back in Nam, I did this, and this, and it's just like a normal thing to them.
Honestly,
what I mean?
if I was in a war and I was in like active combat, I would talk about it.
Well, yeah,
if I think it's cool.
You use it for clout.
I bet you guys can do this. Yeah, use it for clout.
I killed about as many people in this room, like last summer.
Brag about how many people I've killed. I feel like either way, that's something that's definitely kind of weird that military people do. They'll be like, how many people I killed, and I'm like, I don't care.
I feel like the only people who say that use it as an intimidation tactic. Is like, hey, you know how many people I killed? And then they're just trying to take command of the room with their military instinct.
I feel like some people just kind of slip it in conversations, or they'll like mention it in passing. And
that reminds me of the time I killed 14.
Yeah, it'll be like,
by the way, my confirmed kill count is 34.
By the way, I have over 300 confirmed kills.
That low Lieutenant Sergeant General walks into the room.
It's him, Mr. Purple Heart.
Oh,
some old racist uncle.
I pressed the button,
Oh my God. I have a lot of family members that are in the military, and they all kind of do the same thing. Actually, not all of them, but most of them do. It seems like they enjoy talking about the time that they were in combat and everything.
My mom speaks of it fondly. She not
Did she go to combat?
She was in the Navy, so it's like a different scenario that you kind of see. And she was literally just fueling up like she was a grunt. She was one of the ones working on like the
aircraft carrier?
Yeah, she was working in an aircraft carrier, but specifically like the runway and stuff and like munitions.
I see. That's cool.
But yeah, like she was in a war, but like not
in active combat.
Yeah, I guess she herself wasn't taking part in any active combat, but like she really appreciated like the discipline that
definitely
like the military just brought to her day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was in the Navy.
Really?
And she
Navy moms.
She regretted doing that shit.
Really?
Yeah. She
can't win them all.
She regretted it, but she met my dad there. So
okay, cute.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Why did she regret it then?
Because it was just a shit experience.
Yeah,
like when she went there, she only made it through like part of training, and she had to like stop training because she got like a fucking cyst on her back. So,
oh damn!
Yeah, they fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get through boot camp,
you're fucked.
I would want to just go through like the basic training real quick,
like a day.
Yeah. No, not even a day
in the life.
I would do basic training. I would go through it. I wouldn't want to go into the military.
Basic training is pretty long, I think.
I'm adding this to my New Year's resolution.
It's like what, 6 months or something?
Let me look it up.
6 to 8 months.
Jamie,
Jamie, come on.
Basic training.
You gotta be quicker with this. About 10 weeks. Okay.
Oh, yo,
So-
that's nothing.
So 2.5 months.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do basic.
I'll do it. You guys want to do it?
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's sign up.
So you do 2.5 months of training, you get thrown into Afghanistan. You're ready.
We'll
do
join
it
the
as a
Space
bit.
Force. We'll be on Mars.
We do it as our first skit. And then we get sent to active combat. We're like, I don't know about this one, guys.
Guys, this New Year's resolution. I don't know.
I don't think this is it.
Then over the comms, you're, enemy AC 130.
Funny bit, guys. Do you have any resolutions, Anthony?
I also want to do like the cooking thing. I eat out so fucking much. It's ridiculous.
It's easy to do.
And I eat a lot of frozen foods and shit. And it's just like, I want something like more substantial and something that isn't just like stir fry, which is like what I always do.
You want to come over and cook?
Hell yeah. Honestly, we could. And then we split the winnings.
Yeah, then we have dinner. I'm just inviting you over for a date.
You know what? Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be good.
Dude, we can kiss a little.
And also, God, it's gonna sound cringe, but I gotta work out. I have no physical activity.
Like, my job is the only thing keeping me anything active.
Yeah, literally. And you know, I think I just want to start out small, like get back to like fucking walking, outside. It's not like I'm fat or like I'm obese now, but I just have nothing. Like I have no stamina or anything. And I think a big part of that is also vaping. And that's another thing I want to stop.
Do you think you can do it?
I don't know. It's tough, but like I need to.
Out of 10, what do you think?
How hard would it be?
Yeah, how hard?
How hard?
Yeah.
Probably like 9 or 8 or 9. It'd be pretty tough.
Okay.
Because it's like I have
either
like,
way, always overestimate your enemy.
Yeah, true. Because like what's it called? My plan is to just like wean off of it, like go lower and lower and
That's your mistake.
And Nick, you think?
Honestly,
I've tried
my mistake that I've done.
The thing is like I've heard that like quitting cold turkey can be dangerous, especially with like these vapes. Nowadays, they have a lot of nicotine in them.
What's dangerous about it? Like, what happens?
I don't know. I saw a House MD clip on YouTube Shorts.
Oh my God.
But I asked my psychiatrist and she said, yeah, it is true that it can be.
Okay.
There's psychological effect. How mentally hardy are you?
I'm talking,
is it physical?
I think it's more physical. Like,
okay.
Let me look it up.
When I don't have my vape, I get agitated. No. When I don't have my vape, I have just like a weird headspace, but it's not that bad, I would say. But I don't think I'm as addicted as some people. I definitely rip it a lot, but I don't know. I can't really gauge that because I haven't really seen too many people quit, which is unfortunate, but
yeah,
it's just kind of the way life is.
Romania.
It says nicotine withdrawal isn't life threatening. So maybe I was
maybe it just
thrown
sucks.
for a loop.
I know you can get sick. Like you get dizzy, you get motion sickness really easy.
That's
alcohol withdrawal, though, you can actually die from.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I do know about that one.
I didn't know that.
But I'm not an alcoholic, thankfully. But also, like, alcohol, like, there are so many ways to die from alcohol because, like, it fucks your liver. And it increases, like, your risk of cancer.
So does vaping.
Like, yeah, no, for sure. But then, like, what's it called? It also, like, if you throw up a lot when you drank, it could, like, tear your esophagus and fucking kill you that way too. So it's
thank
like,
God I don't puke.
I puke a lot, which
I'm a
scares
puker.
me. Yeah,
I'm a pukey
I'm a
boy.
puker. I'm a little pukey boy.
When's the last time you threw up? How long ago?
Maybe like a month ago or something. Because sometimes it's weird. Like I'll have random puke days.
I don't think I puke ever randomly. It's mostly like when I drink.
Dude, one time I puked before streaming. Yeah,
Nice.
because I don't know why. I was like my heart was racing, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
You drink a lot of energy drinks?
No, I don't know what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a while ago because I haven't streamed in a while.
Have you talked to a doctor about it?
No, because I don't. I think I'm probably exaggerating. Like that puke thing happened a while ago, but I don't think I puked that much. I mostly just puke when I drink.
Exaggeration is not worth peace of mind.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying, if you think that you are at all concerned about it and that you're exaggerating it, at the very least, have peace of mind.
Oh, yeah. No.
I'm okay. I'm content with this. Honestly, that's kind of true though. Because when before pre-vomit, I'm like, oh God, life fucking sucks. Just shoot me. But then post-vomit,
is like post-vomit clarity is fucking crazy.
No, it's great.
Clarity is real.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, because you start feeling immediately better.
I've fallen asleep on bathroom floors because I was so cozy.
Right after you vomit,
bro. If there's a bath mat next to the toilet,
I'm wrapping myself up in that.
I got shower curtains.
It's the dirtiest shit in the world. You're on the bathroom floor wrapping yourself in a bath mat. And it's comfortable. It's cozy.
Okay, well, I've never actually done that, but I understand. I don't know if you actually have.
I've laid on bathroom floors. I haven't wrapped myself. I've fallen asleep. Yeah.
There was one time in 7th grade where I had or maybe 6th grade where I had a bunch of my friends over and I had this massive stomach ache for no reason. So I was just trying to eat something to make it go away. My mom was like, "Oh, salty foods help." I don't know how true that is, but that's probably a wives' tale.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Here, have some Cheez-Its." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I'm just sitting alone in a room, with all my friends playing Call of Duty downstairs with me just not in the room. And I'm just trying to get over the stomach ache. And then I went downstairs and I was like, "Mom, it's not going away." She's like, "Do you need to poop?" No, that's not what it is. So I went upstairs and took a shower and I just vomited everywhere. And then I came back downstairs and I was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
Mom.
Just a complete mood shift.
Yeah.
Today was instantly better.
Yeah, I went back downstairs and I'm like, "What's up, bros?"
Full on vomit hand.
I didn't vomit all over myself.
Yeah, he was in the shower.
When I said I vomited everywhere, it was mostly just I vomited a lot.
Did it go in the drain?
Directed. Yes.
Can the shower take that?
Yes.
It's gonna have to.
Can the shower
vomit whole pieces of food?
Well, you vomit chunks.
Sometimes. It depends
really
how digested
depends.
it is.
I guess, yeah. Did you eat oatmeal?
No.
Specifically oatmeal.
Well, oatmeal is already a slop. It comes pre-digested.
But I mean, it's gonna come out oats, bro.
Everything comes out oats.
So if you eat corn and you know how it NSFW. When you eat corn and it comes out in your shit as whole kernels, does that happen when you vomit too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably. Why wouldn't it?
That's what I'm asking.
What would it come out as? A whole cob?
It reforms.
I had corn today, Ma.
You eat it.
Oh God, honey, get to the toilet.
You start growing the leaves of the shuck on your head.
Never eat the core of the cob.
You eat the corn with the husk.
You bite into it.
Like an apple.
Dude.
Country girls make do. Andrew Tate got arrested.
Yeah, he did. That was
true.
crazy.
That was wild. You guys hear why?
Yeah, it was because for human trafficking charges. Kind of cool.
Now, I'm not saying it's dope, but if you're gonna get arrested for anything,
if you're gonna get arrested and you're gonna be Andrew Tate, if human trafficking charges, goodbye.
Yeah, I totally see that. The description of how they found out, not the pizza thing, but the fact that he had just all these girls. He was posting several pictures of the past month of just him watching movies or just being with a bunch of women that are all obviously posing for a picture.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that he got caught for human trafficking because he was like flying in women to stay at the house for OnlyFans content. I'm like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
It's insane.
And the way that he acts about women in general, I'm like, yeah. There's no way he didn't do that shit.
It adds up.
Obviously, it's still an allegation, but like,
yeah,
as a viewer, I totally believe he did that shit.
Because it is, he did only get arrested. There's no conviction yet, so he's not a convicted human trafficker.
Yeah.
But I believe that he was investigated previously for human trafficking too. This is like a
an investigation that started.
Oh, okay. And this is the follow-up arrest from that investigation. I see.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. That's just my understanding.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know the full story, apparently he would go and find like women and like swoon them, befriend them and then like get them to have sex with him and like love him basically and get them to do like whatever he says. And then basically made them make porn like under threat of like abuse and shit, which is pretty fucked up.
Pretty gamer moment from Andrew the God.
The man has been taken down by Greta.
Yeah, that whole exchange was just so funny to me. They're like, I saw people tweeting after Greta like first tweeted back at Andrew Tate, everyone was like, yo, Greta took the bait from Andrew Tate, and then he doxes himself. And everyone's like, it's just the master plan of Andrew Tate. He's going to expose the Romanian government from inside.
Calculated.
Yeah.
The thing is like, that's so stupid because he literally proclaims that he went to Romania to be able to take advantage of corruption. So it's like, why would he fucking care if they're corrupt when he wanted to go there and take advantage of it?
He's like, I'm going to Romania to do crimes. He gets caught for crimes, and people are like, it's part of his master
He's gonna
plan.
take him down, man.
He's taking down the Matrix.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, well, that's just like proper delusion.
Andrew Tate's got big villain energy.
They just love throating that Tate cock.
And riding that Tate dick.
It's because his head looks so much like his penis.
I love how much we talk about Andrew Tate on this podcast.
This is the third time, I think.
He's like the topic of so many white dude podcasts.
Well, hey, somebody's got to take him down.
If who else but us?
Who do you think sent the message, man?
Yeah, we're the ones who took down Andrew
I got
Tate.
the geotag from the photo and fucking set that shit to the cops.
that dude who does GeoGuessr. Like,
yeah, dude, those memes
Jerry's
are great.
Pizza, Romania. I'll take it.
I am pretty sure though that pizza story is fake. Like,
Really?
because like you said, like he was posting pictures of himself, like walking around in public in Romania, like with women and like driving cars and like doing all that shit. They knew where he was and they've raided his house before. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
so like
Andrew Tate's pretty easy to spot.
Yeah.
He walks around in a fucking robe all the time.
And he asks people about his fucking Bugatti.
Yeah, and his cigars that he smokes all the time. Did you see Aiden Ross's tweet on
Oh my God.
What did Aiden Ross say?
He was
Wait,
like, yeah,
I
you gotta want to pull it up word for word because it's honestly spectacular.
It is.
I knew he was an idiot, but goddamn.
Who is Aiden Ross?
He's a streamer. He kind of got famous for doing those gambling, like crate opening.
Fun. All right. Already interesting
like
content.
That. Yeah.
he would also do shit with like rappers and stuff, like bring them on for like interviews and like to mess around with chat and stuff.
I imagine were his interviews good?
I don't know. I didn't watch that shit.
I haven't watched it.
A lot of people watched it and a lot of people enjoyed it, but you know,
Fair
who knows
enough.
if it's the
He's dipped a little into politics now, but only because he just had like random takes about it, and then people start asking him about it, and then he's like, it's kind of bait on other people's part because like he obviously doesn't know anything about politics. So like, why are you arguing with him about politics? Like, if he doesn't know anything, I'm not going to put it past him for just being ignorant on a lot of the subjects. So like, I don't get why people are using it for content, but either way, like his
funny,
he has
I
a
guess.
lot of like really eyebrow raising takes about stuff.
he also just can't read. There's a clip of him trying to read the Wikipedia entry for fascism. And it is just a train wreck. So here's the Aiden Ross tweet. Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. Joe Biden, please go ahead and pardon Andrew Tate. Donald Trump would have been on it already. Unfortunately, Trump clears you, Sleepy Joe.
Doesn't know what country it's even.
As if the U.S. president can pardon someone for crimes
in Romania.
Country. Is he a U.S. citizen, Andrew Tate?
I don't even know.
He might be.
Because if he is, maybe Joe Biden can do something.
Well, if anything, it'd be like a trade like Brittany Griner or some shit. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know if we have some Romanian person that they really care about being extradited or something, you know, especially because I don't think we're really hostile with Romania necessarily. No. Like, it's just a whatever country, you know.
A whatever country, dude.
It's one of them whatever countries.
He's saying a whatever country that the U.S. politics.
Yeah.
Because we don't have like any beef nor like strong allyship with them.
Probably do trade or something.
I think
are they in NATO?
We're at least allies. Because I'm pretty sure they're part of the European Union, right?
Yeah, I think
Jamie,
they are.
I'm learning a lot.
I think they are part of the EU.
New Year's, baby.
Oh, wait, no, they are part of NATO.
Oh, ooh. So we're good friends.
Yeah.
Romania's pretty cool.
Shout out Romania.
Not Andrew Tate, though.
No.
Shout out most people in Romania. Do you guys have any new habits that you guys picked up recently? Because I was thinking about it a while ago where I just started drumming on shit. I used to do it as a kid a lot, but now I'm doing it for like a purpose to like try to develop different rhythms. And now it's become a habit where I'm in the car and I'm in the car doing it. I'm like thinking at work doing it. Like it's become a lot more prevalent.
I do that a lot when I drive. When I'm like I'm like Bob. I'm trying to keep a like a 1-2 beat on my my left leg while I'm trying to like do some weird rhythms on the steering.
Polyrhythms.
I'm trying to.
I don't know if that's safe.
I mean, it's like when I'm at a red light on the freeway.
Okay. Yeah, you're going. You're doing like a 7-Eleven polyrhythm.
No, I'm trying to get like my brain to get used to thinking like that, though. Yeah. And it's just like separating core movements.
Yeah, polyrhythms are really hard to do because of the way that your brain works like that.
It's so fucking. It's because like the moment like one of the beats sync up, the other one wants to change to it immediately, and it's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you hit the sync up part, you guys hit the same note, and then it's just all downhill. It's like wait, you come to the conclusion, and then you're like, "Fuck, how do I start back?"
They have to swap rhythms at that point. Yeah. That's the challenge. That's the ultimate challenge. Can they swap rhythms when they sync up?
I want to see someone do like a 3-stage polyrhythm where you're doing like a foot and then like 2 snaps on your hands.
I would die. Like actually my brain would explode.
There's probably there's a YouTube out there from like 2007 doing it with
a guy doing it in front of like 30 trillion people.
Yeah, he's using both feet and hands.
Yeah. Oh, one of those like one-man band instruments.
Yeah. He's got an accordion too. He's playing on top of it. So you guys have any new habits?
I can't really say they're new habits, but I've been walking away when I feel bad lately.
From social situations?
Yeah, just in general, because it's like I realize that I'm not in the best state of mind to act in that instance. And yes, I might be dissing the other person.
No, I think that's valid.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good course of action.
If I continue to interact in that moment, I will inevitably do something that isn't what I should be doing.
Yeah, you'll like let emotions take over.
Yeah,
I think that's a good habit.
I think that's mostly a mindset that everyone should adopt, because like if you're not in the right headspace to deal with a kind of situation, there's that meme where it's like, I don't know if you're in the right headspace to receive information that may hurt you. But it's like it's kind of true to a point.
It's very true, because it's like sometimes just like I'm hearing things just like I was already thinking of something else, and this is one new thing on top of it. I can't spare the time for this right now.
Yeah. If you're not emotionally prepared for it, you're not gonna be able to deal with it in the best headspace to be able to actually solve or come to a conclusion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's especially like when you have like very emotionally volatile situations, like that's kind of the best thing you can do. Because like if you're like saying something that you shouldn't say can lead to really bad consequences that are going to be, they're going to make you regret what you said, and they're going to make you this and that. And it's just like, it's better to just walk away, think about it yourself, come back and after you've collected yourself, I'm
also trying to consciously be less defensive. Just like when there's no point in me being defensive. I have nothing to defend.
That's something that I think I've struggled with a lot in like recent situations in my life, because it's like, I don't know I'm still like gauging what the correct balance is, but I don't know how much I should be defending of myself before it's like, I'm just defending myself because I don't want to be wrong in that case. Or on the other side, it's like, how much am I just letting happen to me in that case?
True.
Because I don't know how defensive I should or like can be.
Yeah. Another kind of resolution and like habit that I'm like doing, I want to have like a better relationship with my family and some of my friends as well. And and I think a big part of that is talking and like trying to like understand the other person and like actually listen to them. Like with my brother, it's very hard sometimes when we talk because we very much disagree politically, and politics always gets brought up just because that's like the type of people that we are.
Anthony.
And what's it called? And so I've just I've come to the conclusion that it's just better to, because like I'm not gonna, by saying like, oh, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about this, like that's not, it doesn't convince anyone to hear that, like to hear endlessly, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. It's better to like have someone that you think genuinely understands you. And actually, I hope that I do genuinely understand them. And then like I can like maybe point in some directions why I disagree. You know what I mean? As opposed to saying you're wrong, I'd say like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but this is why I see it differently. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Reason.
Yeah. Where it's just like, instead of saying, instead of doing like gotchas and like trying to make them feel dumb, because then that makes people defensive and that makes them like shut down and then not want to learn anything or talk about anything with you. You know what I mean? So I think that's important.
Yeah. That's a good resolution. I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm starting to become closer with my family. Yeah. When I was a child, like before the age of 9, I was pretty close with my family. My sisters were older than me. It was always like 20 or no, she's like 30 now. Echo's 29. So like we had a huge age gap when I was a kid, but Echo specifically hung around me a lot. So I had like a good relationship with my sisters.
That's cool.
And my mom and dad. But when I got to like the teenage years, I was super distant. Like my sisters moved out or like they were in college and like we barely talked. My mom and dad were divorced after I turned 9. So it was like I only talked to my dad on the weekends and he was pretty like off doing his own thing. But like as an adult and seeing them more on my own fruition now that I've moved out and everything, it makes me happier to see them. Like it makes me feel closer because now that we're all adults, I feel like it feels like I took a trip away and then came back as like my own person.
I see.
So
what
I'm
you're
able
saying,
to communicate with them as, people that are my family. Yeah. Instead of like
the older sister
that I live with, or these are people that I grew up with. So I have to be there. But
also I feel like at least with older siblings personally, with like my older brothers and stuff, I've always felt like there's like a very big distinction. Like they're the older brother. You know what I mean? Like they have like these responsibilities and they're this and this and this. And, you have like this picture like built up in your mind about them. But it's like, when I actually talk to my brother, like Chris specifically, my older brother or oldest brother, it's like, you can actually see like, he's just a normal human. You know what I mean?
He's just another me.
He's just another me. No, literally. Cause like him and I struggle with the same shit a lot of the times. And, it's just funny to see him struggling with that stuff, or not funny, but like, it's nice to see someone, it's nice to see someone else struggle with that and like, see that, you're not alone in that struggle.
It's definitely me with my dad. Like a lot of similarities that I've seen him growing up with, like for specifically like during the divorce, not to trauma dump, but specifically during the divorce, he, like when I went over to his house over the weekends, because that was like the deal him and my mom worked out to get me exposure with like my mom and my dad.
You'll get paid in exposure.
He would mostly like not really plan to do anything with me. It would mostly just be like I'm over there to do stuff with him, I guess. Like he would do whatever he wanted to do over the weekend and just bring me along with it. And that caused some problems because it felt like he wasn't really there, like trying to participate in my childhood or my teenagehood rather. But like growing up and having my own job, having my own house, and like, I haven't been through a divorce, but I can obviously understand how horrible that is to go through.
Very tough.
So like, I kind of understand why my dad was like that. I have a close relationship with my dad now, but like during the time, we were just like kind of dejectful to each other.
Yeah.
But it's like, I totally understand. I don't think it's necessarily exactly right, But
no, yeah. Cause like I think it's easy to like villainize your parents as like, whatever, just because, you were at the end receiving whatever treatment, whatever, you know what I mean? And, you kind of focus on that because that's your experience. But, at the end of the day, your parents are people too. And that, they make mistakes. They have their own feelings, their own desires, their own whatever. And, it's like, it's not fair to say, you can't even take time to mourn your divorce or whatever, and then do all this with me. It's hard to put that on anyone.
Yeah. If I was working like 8-hour shifts every day, came home and then like, literally had no one in my house. And then I get my son over the weekend for my only free time.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy he brought me along at least.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that he was trying to make the best of both worlds, but I just couldn't see that as a kid.
No, definitely.
Because I was like, I'm going to play video games. He's like, we got to go to the store, Zane. Come on. I want to do something fun.
Can we take a break? I have to pee.
Go for it.
Hi.
Dude, that outro is like sedimented deep within layers of my mind.
Hi, I'm Paul. What the fuck?
You're going to be like in a coma one day and some kid is going to fucking come in and he's just going to say his name like, hi, I'm Paul.
Check out this ancient meme.
That's literally me with the Sonic Adventure 2 battle city escape theme.
Just opens your eyes
for 3 years and I'll hear rolling around in this I'll be the first zombie in the world.
I was thinking you like wake up in your cryopod.
Or that. It's playing on the loudspeakers. Everyone's listening to it in the ray of cryopod.
The test was a success. Only 10% of the members woke up to this stimuli.
The Russian sleeper agent signal is city escape. Honestly, for me, that's it. My neurons activate.
Dude.
I wake the fuck up.
You're in a survival situation. All of a sudden, City Escape starts playing. What do?
I fucking go ham. I escape
you
the city.
win.
I escaped the city.
Glass Onion, Knives Out.
I thought it was really good.
Did
you guys watch it?
I have no idea what
video?
it is.
It's Knives Out. So like there was the first Knives Out movie. It was a murder mystery movie.
I was thinking of what's the album? Just Knives Out.
No,
it's not that.
But that's what I thought of. In Glass Onion, dude, I thought this was like an onion post.
No. It's just a really good movie and you guys should watch it.
What's the movie?
Knives Out, Glass Onion.
What's it about?
It's a murder mystery.
Oh yeah.
What do you want me to fucking say? Oh, there's this character and this
them?
Character and that character.
Yeah,
they do this
spoil
and
it.
this.
Spoil the ending.
Benoit Blanc dies.
Does he?
No.
Okay.
But that's a spoiler.
Noir Blanc. He sounds
That's
French.
his name.
Thank God he dies.
It's Daniel Craig playing a Southern American.
Fucking Harry Potter.
No, dumbass. James Bond.
Cranked James Bond.
No, that's what?
Jason Statham.
No. Fucking
Harry Styles plays L.A. Noir. Isn't that dude's name Daniel?
It's Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh yeah.
You went through like 5 different people.
Not even the dude. It was just Harry Potter.
Oh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson from Harry Potter and Hunger Game fame.
Who played PETA in Hunger Games?
PETA played people.
PETA. You're in the Hunger Games, PETA.
PETA, you're really good at making cakes, PETA. You can disguise yourself as a rock.
Get out of the Hunger Games.
Peter, you're not hungry.
But Lois, I am. Okay, I'm ending the podcast here.
The brain machine.
We have this is truly no thought. This is the best podcast to end the year off on.
Hang on.
What?
Does luck defy fate?
Oh my fucking God. I fucking... Now it's really the most no thought podcast. What does that even mean?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of silly too.
The idea that when you say that something lucky happens to you, do you think it's lucky because it goes against all circumstance of what you thought should happen? Or is it lucky because, or is it like luck inherently part of like, oh, this is fate. This is by chance this thing happened.
I think that's the idea with like miracles happening. That's what miracles in my brain have like the connotation of. Because like when you say something is a miracle, you're saying that it's like some of the best thing that could have happened happen to you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say, like, what's the difference between a miracle and luck then?
Well, I think a miracle is the act of something lucky happening to you, depending on what it is.
A miracle is like the religious version of luck.
Oh,
I don't think it's necessarily religious, but maybe in connotation again.
Well, because like miracle is like a religious word.
Is it?
Right? Is it not?
I don't know.
I've
heard it in like a lot of things. I've definitely heard it related to a lot of religion. Like when they're like, "Oh,
are miracles religious?"
It's a Christian miracle. It's a Christmas miracle."
Isn't a surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by nature or scientific laws and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency.
Okay, so it is a little bit religious.
So like the consciousness.
Huh? I don't end the podcast.
I don't know. I'm not someone who subscribes to the idea of fate. So when things lucky happen to me, I mostly just describe it as like, I don't really think that it's...
You think everything's random chaos?
Yeah. I think, I don't think the idea of, well, I think you can describe lucky in terms of like it's just our interpretation of the fact that this is a low chance of happening, but it happened to me anyways, or it keeps happening to me. So it's like, I don't really think that, I don't pertain that to fate, just saying that it's something that's destined to happen to me. I think it's kind of weird how things just kind of line up like that sometimes. Like when things are just going really well or things are going really poorly, depending on how lucky you are.
Yeah. When I was making that question, I was really just trying to bridge the gap between things that are considered like divine or like I'm trying to bridge the gap between what my thinking is and how does something like a miracle exist in the world?
What's the scientific explanation for a miracle?
Fuck if I know.
Well, I think it depends on the miracle.
Well, no,
right?
it was just
just being lucky.
It's something that's beyond. It's beyond like science and
the entropy has formed for you.
Yeah, like it's a weird thing. It has no like real definition. It's just like this shouldn't have happened, and that's the only explanation
by all
for
laws of nature.
Well, yeah, I think it's just an advent of the chaos because like anything can happen.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the idea that we could phase through the Earth when all of our particles align.
Yeah, that's a fact that
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I learned about it in middle school. The fact is like, I don't know how true it actually is, but I saw it in like a documentary. So like quarks within an atom, it's an empty space that they can align properly so that whatever you touch, maybe it's like a solid object or water, like none of the quarks or atoms will pass into another one. So they'll like literally never touch, or like the like the weak nuclear force that acts between atoms and everything.
Is it not electromagnetic?
No. Well, it depends on what is actually making that connection. It's probably a combination of strong, weak, and maybe a little bit of electromagnetic, but I'm not a physicist, so you're getting this from a white dude on a podcast.
White dude on a podcast, TM.
Yeah. So like they can align in a certain way where you can like phase through an object, which is like never going to happen because they're moving so quick within an atom. But
you're
like
still fearful.
Yeah, it can happen at any moment.
0.0000000.
It's probably like 0 to the Googleplex chance of even doing it for like a split second.
Yeah, true. Because it all depends on time too. You could like phase through part of the Earth and just like your shin is in the cement now.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like if it was happening realistically, it would be on something that you wouldn't have ever even noticed because it would happen so quickly that you get such little depth of like, say you're touching a table with your finger, you would get such little depth of your finger actually into the table before it just like removes the top layer of dead skin cells on your finger.
Why is there dirt inside my skin?
What?
Thank you for listening to my podcast. We'll be back next year. This probably will be posted next year.
Oh!
This has been the White Dude MD
like we're
podcast.
talking 2024.
Maybe.
Yeah, 2024 is when we're coming back. Thank you for listening. Thank you for a great year.
Bye.
I love you. I've been Zane.
I've been Anthony.
I was Alex. Until next time.
Play us out, dude.